The question I asked Justice Sotomayor was, given that so much has been written about her in the press about what a high degree of confidence she's displayed from being a law student up until her time on the bench, I wanted to know if there was ever a personal failure that she'd experienced that had helped motivate her throughout her legal career. I thought her response was phenomenal. I thought she was extremely frank, very honest. She really took the time to think about a time when she had experienced this, and I think it really came through in her answer that she always feels this. At every level, at every stage, she feels afraid of failing, and she spent her entire life trying to make sure that she doesn't fail. And there's certainly been opportunities and personal challenges that she's faced. And I thought it was illuminating. It really helped me connect with her as a person beyond just being someone that I see on TV or whose opinions I read. And from that perspective, she's almost very inaccessible, and it's hard for me to connect with her. But on this sort of such a personal level, it was great to hear her response and hear what she had to say and see that she's just like anyone else I've ever met in my life.
I found her just so accessible and really warm. It's sort of how personable she was really came through. I thought she was amazingly candid. She did a great job of answering questions and really was thoughtful, and I was really, really impressed with getting to see her. I thought the lessons she had learned over the years were really interesting. She talked a lot about sort of the advice that other people had given her on the court going forward. I thought she talked about service and how when you're called to serve, you should serve, and I thought that was really inspiring, I think, for probably the whole school to hear that in whatever context they want to be a lawyer one day.
I was really impressed by the justice today. I didn't know that much about her, but the thing that really struck me was how likable she was. I really felt like I would want to sit down and have a conversation with her, that she was just very personable. And one of the things I really took away from today was someone asked what sort of things she looked for in her law clerks, which is someone who would love to law clerk someday is an answer I was really interested in. And so she said she looks for someone who has passion. And so not someone who's done a million things or tried everything in the book, but someone who's sort of decided what they like and stuck with it. And so I think we often feel like we should do everything at the law school, but I think I was really inspired to decide what does inspire me, what is my passion, and to just kind of to stick with that. So I thought that was a really good takeaway.
I feel like it was a great honor to have Justice Sotomayor come and speak to us this morning. It was kind of comforting to hear her talk about her journey through her career and her personal life, and I really appreciated it when she said that when she finally figured out that judging was what was the correct field for her, she felt like she was a fish who found her pond. And that's something I'm really concerned about. Like, coming to law school, you have an idea of what you want to do with your life, but you're always so concerned that maybe you're not doing the right activities or maybe you aren't going to get the right job. But it's just a relief to know that eventually everything will work out and you can really reach your potential and come to something really great by just moving forward and trying different things. So it was a really great experience, and I really appreciated it.
And I thought that Justice Sotomayor's talk was a wonderful opportunity. She was really personable and very warm. Her personality filled the room really quickly. And I think a lot of times you think of Supreme Court justices as sort of their names are on the page. They're so far removed from us, and it was great to hear her talk about her struggles throughout her legal career and the things that she still struggles with today, including, statutory interpretation and wondering after she's rendered a decision if she's made the right decision. So it's a great way to sort of make the Supreme Court more accessible and understand that they're not quite as far away from us as it sometimes feels. So.